Okay, Kanesh. So I
Yeah.
have started the recording, and as you know, like I will be recording it and uploading on YouTube. Do you have any concern, Kanesh?
No, sir. No, sir. It's okay.
And also, like since we are all going with the resume review also, so is it okay if I review your resume here
Yes,
while
sir.
recording
It's
the
totally
session?
okay.
Okay,
Yes, sir.
cool.
It will help definitely other
Sure.
students as well. So it's good.
Okay, cool. So let's first start with the review. I'll not spend much time, just 5 minutes, quick glance. How's your resume? What can be improved? Then we'll go with our interview. Proceed further, right? So
Okay, sir.
I'm opening your resume here. Okay. So here, few things. So you have mentioned. Just a sec. Let me. Yeah. So education you have mentioned, okay, so that's no concern. BTech, computer science, the date of start, date of ending, which place CGPA, and since you are in BTech, so it's okay. 12th also we can mention. So can you also add whether it's a CBSE board or not? Like
Yeah. Okay, I would
yeah,
add that.
just add CBSE board and all. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So
Sure, I will add that.
yeah. So skills, yeah, you have C++, C, Python, JavaScript. So just make sure that whatever you are writing, you aware of those at least at one level, right? And keep
Okay.
the one which you are very strong at, keep at the first,
Yes, sir.
right?
I have done that actually.
And if you are not very much confident, just in the bracket you can put learning or beginning. It's okay. Let the interviewer know that, because many times what happen is, if you have written, I was looking specifically, right, if you have written Java over here, I'm going to throw a lot of question on Java, right?
Yeah.
So but since you are not written here, so I backed off, right? So
Yes.
that's why it gives you a hint that what questions, because I have prepared a question a lot of domains. So I was just thinking, looking at your skills, on what all you have the skills. So if you want, like interview should not ask any question on this, I'm still learning, it's okay to put the learning in the bracket. Okay, if you think if there is any such skills, right?
Yeah.
Developer
Okay.
tool, GitHub. So remove GitHub, Git, both are almost same. So GitHub is okay, right?
Okay.
Netify, VS Code, Sublime, you know. So developers tools. So Sublime is, I think, it's more like an ID. So you know ID.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's pretty much okay.
Sir, actually, Sublime is a core editor.
Okay.
So
Yeah. So that's okay. So skill wise, okay. And database MongoDB. Can you add relational DB also? Like it might be your course
yeah, it's
subject
the
also, right? SQL,
yes
right?
SQL. Sir, I have some knowledge. So.
No, it isn't it a part of your course?
Yeah, it was a part of my curriculum. I have also like I just didn't forgot to I actually my resume I think I forgot to add that.
Yeah, please add relational DB because it's more important than Mongo, to be honest,
Yeah, right.
right?
Okay.
And yeah, no SQL MongoDB, it's good, right? But add relational DB also,
So
right?
MongoDB, I'm in the learning phase, so I
Yeah,
should have added that learning in brackets.
correct. It's
Yeah.
put in a learning base because MongoDB is very vast, right? It's a NoSQL DB, so it has its own advantage, disadvantage when to use. There's a lot of, if I can go in MongoDB, I can go in totally depth. So avoid
Yes.
the interviewer to go into that side itself. Okay,
Okay.
so your resume is the place gate. What question the interviewer can ask? Framework, Bootstrap, Mongoose, link. Okay, so first of all, when you give the resume to link, right? So I can see GitHub Kanish09. So instead, what I would say is that provide the link itself. So at least at the top, I see with the your name, you have your phone number, email ID. Put your LinkedIn link there itself, the complete link. Let's say LinkedIn slash Kanish Agarwal, the complete public URL of yours.
Okay. Got
Okay,
it.
give the complete link. So here if you see this, right, I cannot even click on this, right? I
Yes.
And if I'm reading, I it's no, I will, like it will not give me a complete, like Kanish 0909 hacker 09. At least give some important links. At least LinkedIn link should be present, right? And
So
it should be on the top
those
itself.
usernames are actually links. Like if you click on Connect09, it would be directed to my profile.
Okay, then I think I might have taken a screenshot. That's why it's not. Yeah, yeah, correct. So okay, that at least for the LinkedIn, use the
Yeah.
complete URL and put at the top itself.
Okay,
right?
sir.
So GitHub you have given good, CodeShav, Lead Code you have given, HackerRun, Code Forces, HackerEarth. Okay, so these are all the code places which you are practicing, so that's good and
Yeah.
well. But LinkedIn keep at the top, I would say that,
Okay, sir.
right? So mostly interviewer use that itself. Coursework, so this is your course, important data structures and algorithm. Computer programming is C++ and all. That's what you're trying to say, C++
Yeah.
and okay. So computer
C and
programming,
C plus plus.
C and C++. So I think you have mentioned your skills. Okay, and operating system, discrete mathematics. Okay, okay. So coursework is okay. Whatever we have in the course, languages is okay. Experience, developer, student club hit, uh, developer, student club, HIT, problem setter. First of all, like it's not clear. Give at least one line. What is this? What is this experience? Is this a project or is this an experience?
So it's kind of an experience like me and one of my friend were problem setters for this contest. So we actually learned how to make test cases for a problem, and then how like organization skills, like how do you like test a program, then
Okay.
how do you, yeah,
So at least to by reading it, at least nothing is clear, right?
yeah,
At
what,
least can you write one, at least one or two line? At least if I read it, what I know that what is the experience, like what is the project you have worked on, what was the tech stack which you have used. So you what you have written, tech team members problem set. So this currently this one is of, I would say that as of no use. I didn't get anything,
yeah.
right? Second is craftsman. What is craftsman? Like first of all, this is my question. Is this a company name? You have an experience, or is this some project which you have worked on?
It's a
What
project.
project, right? So I think then
Okay.
it should be a title, should be a project, right?
What?
Open source contributor. What you have contributed here? So
Sir,
first thing is that, and
sir, as a React,
also one more thing, when you say that Jan 2022 to present, if it is a project, are you still working on that project?
yeah, like sometimes if there's some minor fixes, then I like I am assigned some work in that.
Okay, because if you see that it's very confusing between. So if you know that experience is something when we talk about when you are started working in a company, right?
Yeah.
And then you are getting an experience. So and the experience, like okay, this is the company name, this is the start, and this is the end, right? And this is what project you have worked on,
Yes.
right? So but currently it's mostly when you are saying, it seems like it's a project, right?
Yes,
But
sir.
also you wanted to share it like an experience. So currently this portion is not clear to me, what exactly the project is about, what exactly you have worked, what exactly was your contribution, what was the tech stack. That is totally missing. So definitely it required a rework on this experience part. Okay, the second portion is also experience. So I think as you said, it's a typo.
Yeah.
So
From
uh, text utils link. It's a basic React website which provide text utility feature, and it's very, at least this has something. Right now I get, okay, this is a project. First of all, this is not an experience. Okay, so
yeah.
change it to project first. So
Okay.
this is a basic React website. Okay, so make React bold. Whatever the text stack you uses, make it bold, right?
Yes, sir.
Which provide text utility feature. What utility? So there are so many utilities which comes, right? The search utility, edit utilities. What utility you have built out, right?
Like
And
I should
very,
describe those features well.
at least in one line, describe those
Okay.
features. So technology use React JS, Bootstrap. What was your contribution in that? Is have you built it from this one, or have you worked as a team? What is, so I am interested, like okay, this is the React website which provide the tech utility. What utility first, then technology use, what is your contribution, right? OmniFood link. This is a fully respond. Okay, so I got it. Like so, if you got my point, in the project section you need some work, right?
Yes.
So at least text util has something. You try to write something. Okay, this is the technology used. One liner. It is still incomplete, but the first two are totally. It's not. You can say that not in a presentable mode. At least it's
Yes.
nobody is gonna understand that one, right? Okay, so now let's move to the achievements. you have global rank 8 in, okay, code chef Capgemini tech challenge, global rank 50, global rank 138 April circuit hacker. Okay, so these are all your achievement which is you maintain, and I would say that just can you maintain in a year wise, 2020 and then latest one on the top, and the bottom of the just say that in a decreasing order.
Yeah, okay.
Okay,
Got it.
so that I know, okay, in which year you did something and you got an award for that one or achieved something. So you have a certificates, data structures and algorithm Coursera, and HTML CSS certificate. Okay, so that's pretty much. So if you see, right, first thing is the project, remove experience first of all, that it's still a
Yes.
project, right, and remove September 2022 to present. These are projects, so project is like done, right?
Yes.
So like it's otherwise it would be mostly like a 6 month internship, the project is still going, right? So just
Yes.
write the projects which you think that it is completed, and it's I can explain, go in depth for that one, right? So that is all pretty much good, and accept the small feedbacks. Okay, yeah, that's pretty much on your resume, Ganesh.
Yes, sir.
Let's move on to the main part of this interview. So it's 11 or 30. Okay, so it would be 1 hour interview. So first 10 minutes would be for the basics of all, and then we will have 40 minutes for the DSA questions, and then we will have around 5-10 minutes for the feedbacks. Okay, let's start with the basics, Kanish. So I'm not going with the introduction because I have gone through your resume itself, so that would
Yes.
be okay, right? So Kanish, can you tell me the characteristics of the constructor and deconstructor?
So constructor is something which, like, if you are making a class, so let's say the class has some constructor. So whenever you make an object of that class, the constructor will get called first. So whatever initializations you have done, that they will occur within that constructor. And destructor is something which gets called at the end, and it the main job is to, like, free the data
Mm-hmm.
which you have, like, uh, what should I say, like, which you have assigned to, like, which you have allocated. It The main job is to free the data.
Okay, and
So
what are
this
the
will be one of
characteristics of constructors?
sir, characteristics. How should I explain this? Not sure about this, but the characteristic, it is used for initialization. So
Okay, now
this is
what?
what I can say
Okay,
about it.
what are the different types of constructor?
So I think we have copy constructor, then constructors type of constructors. Sir, I'm only and I'm right now. If I recall, I can just recall what copy constructors we have.
What is the difference between shallow copy and deep copy constructors?
Uh, so I'm not sure about this, but shallow copy means, like, somewhat. It is not actually, like, let's say it is, maybe I think it is pointing to that object. Like, it is not exact copy of that object. It is just like pointing to that object.
Right,
And
right,
deep copy is like the, you can say that the exact copy. Like, you are,
correct.
yeah.
Yeah, you're right actually. Okay, so can you overload destructor? And if yes, why? If no, why?
Uh, Structure overloading. Sir, I think we can't do that.
Why?
Uh, Sir, destructor overloading. Sir, I'm not sure about this, but I have never heard about this. Like, destructor overloading, like, I have tried overloading with other operators like that. The
Okay,
uh,
what is the difference between multitasking and multiprocessing?
Multiprocessing. Sir, multiprocessing is like when you are executing multiple processes. Like, multitasking is not exactly same as multiprocessing. Uh,
Okay, can you little bit elaborate more? Okay, what is memory leak?
So memory leak happens when you don't free something. Like, if you have allocated a memory for a pointer or something, but after your program ends, you haven't freed the memory. So this
Correct.
is known as memory leak.
And how to avoid it?
So we should free all the memories which we have allocated in the program.
Okay. Is there any approach or something which we should do before have to be taken care of? Anything like that?
So can you please repeat the questions? I'm not clear about the question.
No, no. Actually, you're right. So let's move on to the. Can you tell me the difference between process and thread?
So process is like thread is the smallest unit of execution.
Correct.
So like, and process is like a big thing. It's not a small thing. Thread is like you are considering in very small units.
Right.
Okay,
Right.
so that's the main difference between a process and a thread.
No. What is
So like
process
it
then?
is thread, sir, I would say that managing thread is better than managing a process. Like when you are operating it at a very small level, then you can like do that task more efficiently as compared to a bigger task.
Okay.
Like you are kind of decomposing that into smaller units,
Okay, I
and these
understand.
smaller
I
units,
understood the thread that it's a smaller unit of
smallest unit of
execution.
execution.
But what is process? That I'm still not clear.
uh, Sorry, it is from operating system. No, sir, I'm having difficulty
Okay.
recalling it. But process is like a bigger task. You can say like something a part of an like multiple processes are involved for doing some tasks. So
Okay.
process is a kind of bigger, like you can scale it up in a bigger way as compared to a thread.
Okay. Okay. What is a static polymorphism?
So we have static polymorphism and dynamic polymorphism. So
Mm-hmm.
static polymorphism is kind of compile time polymorphism, which
Mm-hmm.
happens when during time of compilation this polymorphism takes place.
Example?
So function overloading, like
Correct.
when you have, yeah.
Okay. How you will create an instance of an abstract class?
So by creating an abstract object of that class, like
Can
uh,
you create an instance of an abstract class?
I think so, yes, or we
Okay.
can create an abstract.
What is the use of finalized method?
So finalized method, oh, I'm not sure about this.
Okay. Can you tell me the different relationships in SQL?
Sir, one to one, many to one, then we
Correct.
have one to many, many to many.
Okay. And also, can you tell me the usage of explain keyword in a select query?
Explain,
Mm.
except
Explain.
explain.
Explain keyword.
Sir, I haven't encountered this till yet. Like I have done some SQL questions, but explain keyword I haven't encountered yet.
Okay, cool. Okay, Kanish. So that's pretty much, we are almost 8 minutes. So that's the basic DSA and the course which you have mentioned in your resume. So I've covered that one. So shall we move on to the major part, DSA
That's,
coding? Okay, can you share your screen? I will tell you the question and you can
yes.
write on that.
Uh, yeah. Is my screen visible?
Yes. Can you little bit enlarge it?
Shall I write the question in notepad or this would suffice? Like,
Yeah, yeah. You can just write a question. It's a small question only, right?
okay.
So Ganesh, I have. You can say that. So it's 11:40. I have two questions prepared for you. 20 minutes. So one question I am looking for an answer. Second question we will just discuss an approach.
Okay.
Okay. But still, let's focus on first question itself, right? But I will keep you reminding of 20-25 minutes, right? Whenever we start, just try to
Yes.
focus for that 25 minutes for this question. Okay.
Yes.
So
Okay.
question, I am explaining the question. You can write the question. Okay. Question is, so you are given a array of string, right? And you can write an string like eat. I am giving you an string. Let's say eat.
Yes.
T 10 8
Sir,
Tan then 8
T-E-N.
ATE 8, right? NAT and BAT bat. Okay, so
So
you,
this is a vector of string.
yeah, so you are given an array of strings. Now what you have to do is you have to group the anagrams. You know what is anagram?
Yeah, sir. After like the arrangements lead to the same string. Like for example, T and EAT are the same, like they are anagrams of each other.
Correct, correct. Because you can use, you can reorder and get the
Yeah.
same, right? So you,
Yes, sir.
what you need to do is you have to group the anagrams. So if the output of this would be, first is bat alone.
Yeah.
So bat is one. Then yeah, then comma. Then you can group nat and ten, nat and tan. So these are the two anagrams. Then you have eight t eat, t and eat.
Yes, sir.
So these are
The
the
A
three
belongs to
anagrams.
them, T belongs to
T,
them. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
So these are the this. So I need this output.
Got it.
So question is clear to you, Ganesh?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
It's clear.
So yeah, take your time.
So I'm assuming that the output format would be a vector of string.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is a kind of vector of string. So and sir, can you tell me the number of like the how many like what is the maximum size of the array?
Max, just consider it. It would be not much. So let's first discuss an approach. Just say
Yeah.
that it would be maximum 1,000. Let's say for this
Okay.
question.
So what we can actually do in this case is like we will use a map for this, like or you can say like what we can do is use a map. So we'll maintain a map of string comma vector of string. So what we'll actually do is that we'll so how to decide that T and EAT are anagrams. So what we can do actually is that we can sort these letters. So if I sort EAT, so I get AAT. And if I sort TAE, I also get AAT. So that means these two letters are anagrams of each other. Like sorting results in the same key. So this would actually mean that these two letters are anagrams. So the same is true for these letters as well. So if you sort this, you would end up getting A and T. Same for this. Yeah, so in this way, like we can actually decide which strings are anagrams of each other.
And
So
what
we just
would be
need
the
to
time
sort them.
complexity?
So the time complexity in this case would be, let's say, the longest length of the string which I encounter is m. So sorting that would take around m log m, and let's say we have n strings, so the complexity would be m into log m. Like let's say we have a string of maximum length m, so we are actually sorting them in m of log m. Okay, so if I write the code, then I would tell the time complexity that would be better for me.
No, I'm good with this approach. I want you to start working on the second question, right?
Okay,
So I
okay.
have a second question for you. So I am
Yeah,
pretty much good with this approach. So that's why it's a very simple question.
yeah, sure,
So
sure.
yeah, I'm okay with the approach which you have given me. Yeah. So at least as we decided, we have to code one and approach of one question. So I want you to go ahead with the second question and totally solve it. So
Okay,
the
sir.
question is, you are given a binary string, right? 011010 like this, right? And you are given an integer k,
Okay,
right? So you can write one string 00 110110,
this is
and
a string.
yeah, this is a string, and another integer is given, let's say k equals to 2.
Okay,
So what you need to do is, so you have to return true if every binary code of size k. So now in this case k equals to 2. So every binary code of size k means 00 01 10 11, right? So these are
yes,
only the binary code possible with size 2, correct?
yes,
Right? So you just need to see that does the string which I have given you does have all this binary codes
yes,
present or not. If it is all present, return true. If not, return false. You
yes,
got the question, Ganesh?
yes.
Okay. Yeah. Now take your time, and we have to write the code for this also.
Okay. What is the maximum value of k which we can encounter?
For this question and for this, just say that maximum we can get is 10, but it can we can have it more also. But for now, let's discussing the approach. Let's say we can have it in a limit 10, or even let's say for the binary, let's say 7 8.
Okay, so
Okay, just let's
what we
first
can,
discuss with the
yeah.
simplest approach first.
Okay, so for a given k, we know that like let's say for 2k equals to 2, so we are getting four strings of this. Okay, so but actually let's say the length is x. So I'm representing with x boxes over here. So the first, like in the first position, we can have either 0 or 1. And the second position, we can also have 0 or 1. So like there are always two possibilities for each index.
Correct.
So like when you multiply them, you get 2 power k. So for a k length string, there are 2 power k possibilities.
Correct.
Like there can be 2 power k numbers. So, but like the first approach which comes to my mind is that I actually traverse for all the windows of length k.
Mm-hmm.
Then what I do is like I'm traversing for all the windows of length k, like this length, then this length, and I'm actually forming the string, like I'm forming the decimal equivalent of those numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can also like push that string even, like let's say 00 I encountered, I'm maintaining a set of strings. So like I encountered 00, I pushed it in my set. Then I encountered 01, I pushed it into my set. And then I encountered 10, I pushed it into my set. Like it was a different element, right? Like 01 again I encountered, but it is already present in my set, so I don't push it. And in this way, like after pushing all the instances of all the windows of size k, if I end up getting the size of the set as 2 power k, I can return true. So yeah, this is the first approach which comes to my mind.
Okay, good. What is the time complexity?
The time complexity for this should be like what actually we are trying to iterate over is that we are trying to iterate over all the uh, wait a minute, sorry. So like what I'm doing is, let's say the case, let's say 3. So I'm maintaining this string over here. And what can I do? Sir, actually it will depend on my approach. So maybe if I have to tell you like what I can do in this case, let's say I have 0 0 1. So I have to, no, this can't be removed. I have to take this again. So I think it should be, sir, n into k, because like I'm trying to maintain all these strings of length k, and I'm pushing them into the I'm putting that into what will happen is that I'm maintaining k string, so that should be when I'm pushing that into my set. The time complexity would be around k log k, but that won't matter because my like the bigger value is n into k,
Correct.
like the length of the string and k. So when I consider the uh, big O of notation, n of k would be the one which is determining the time complexity
Correct.
for this.
So for this one, let's say you have putting into the sets, right?
Yeah,
Then you also have know that okay, 2 raised to power k, this many combinations are possible.
yeah.
So how you are using that one? So putting into an stack, and
Sets, sir.
so how do you know that you have find it or not find it? So what would be
Sir,
that logic?
actually, sir, after putting all the windows of length k, I should end up getting the size of the set as 2 power k. If
Correct.
it is not, then that means my binary string is not valid.
Correct. Can you code for this one, this approach?
Yeah, sure. So I would be receiving this string as an input and k as input, right? So let's say I'm running this for multiple test cases. So what I'm doing is I'm taking this string as input and k as input, and then let's say actually, so we have
Okay.
to print yes or no, something like that,
Yes.
like whether it is valid or not.
Yes. Yes.
So
True or false?
okay, so if this I will be making a solve function which will be of boolean type. So if that boolean type function returns true, I'm gonna print yes. Else I'm gonna print no.
No,
So
just put true and false itself. That's okay.
okay,
Okay,
yeah,
but it's okay.
fine.
We have to concentrate on the method itself, which we have to write. The driver code is okay. So let's move to the function,
Yeah.
main function.
So the Boolean type, and let's say the name of the function is solve, or okay. Then now what we receive as input is my string, and I receive k as input.
Correct.
And let me as well, because I don't want to make copies of the same string. Right? Now let's say what I will do is let's maintain the size of this string. Now what we will do is that we will traverse this string, and we will maintain a set of strings. So this set of string is kind of a hash to me, like a cache to me, like I'm caching these strings into my set. Like whenever I encounter a new combination, I push it into these set. Okay. So now let's say now what will happen is that I would traverse up till length k from that current index of mine. So j equals to I, and j less than I plus k, j plus plus. So I'm gonna
What,
form a
what is this cache? Okay, okay, I got it. You have to put
yeah.
the zero zero. Okay, okay.
A cache is a meaningful variable name so that I can like I can process like whether I have encountered a string before or not, like a similar
Correct.
string before or not.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's so what I did basically now I've traversed from the zero to length, and then I'm maintaining the size of the string of length k. All the strings of length k I'm maintaining, and then what I do is I push this into my string, like my cache. Oh, also, I can do one more thing that if it is not present, then only I should keep it. Like I'm checking whether it is present or not. If it is not present, then only I should basically push this. Okay. So if it is not present, that definitely it will point to the end. So I'm
Sorry.
checking whether it is present or not.
What is this logic? Cache dot find ans equals to cache dot end. What is this logic do?
So this logic is basically checking whether the this string is present in my set or not. So if it is not present, it would like point to the end of my this container. So this is a basically a container. So like we have begin and end. So end is basically where the like there is no value at the end. So if something is not in my set, it will point to the end.
Okay,
Okay.
okay.
The same way of doing this is like you can also do this in another way. Like you can also write if not cache dot count. So this also works. So like you are actually checking the occurrence of this. If it is not present, like this would if it is present, it will return. It is not present, it will return true. Then not of like what actually we are doing is that if it is not present, it will return false.
Okay.
So not of false is true. This we can also do. Like we can write both ways, both works. You can also write this way.
Okay, okay.
Yes. So now the final size which we need is, let's say I'm taking length only. The final size required is one left shift. Like you can also do one left shift k. That means
Right.
similar to
Correct, correct.
uh,
Got it.
power k. So this should be equal to the size of my cache, like the set of the size of the cache. So cache dot size should be equals to required dot size. So if it is, if this case is satisfied, so like it should work for this.
Cool. Okay.
Shall I take this input?
No, this will work. I am okay with this one.
Okay.
That's correct. Okay, Ganesh. So that's two questions I have, and that's pretty much from my side. So, Ganesh,
Okay, so
before coming to your feedback, do you have any feedback for me? Like something can be improved the interview for other next interview or more? Can you
so
stop the? Can you
yeah,
stop sharing the screen?
yeah, sure. Sir.
Yeah, Ganesh.
So on my end, it's absolutely fine, and I hope others will also enjoy this mock interview. And I really liked the feedback which you gave for my resume, and I definitely have to work on that.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much it. And thank you for giving me the opportunity.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you, buddy. Okay, so Ganesh, first of
Yeah,
all, when you need a lot of, again, you can say that revision of your basics,
yeah.
right?
So I was not actually confident in that. I
Right.
was like preparing from the morning.
No, it's not about that. So, okay, so I'm not sure it if 1 day or 2 days should be sufficient. It should be the regular
Yeah,
part of the job, right?
yes, sir. I understood that.
So even 1 day. So let's say today you have a interview schedule, real interview schedule, and if you just sit in the morning, I can pretty much say you will not be able to cover. It's so much vast, right? So
Yes, sir.
it has to be your regular this thing before going with the. So see, the first impression is like you have when you say that I have done so many things, expectation increases. I saw your achievements in your resume, expectation increases. But when I ask the basics, I know that you are lacking in the basics, right? So that's where the contradict comes. Like you are good, you solve the two questions, you solving hard questions, but the basic is not right, right? So that is very important. The first thing which is important is if you know if your base are solid. If your base is solid, even if you don't know the question, you are totally new to any scenario. If your base is strong, you can find something, you can build something with your base,
Yes.
right? So I would say that your base, like constructor, the constructor, this is the area of your C++ also, plus objects
Yeah.
oriented programming also, right? I asked some question on the OS also, that is
Yes, sir.
also your part of the curriculum, right? DBMS also, that is also part of your curriculum. So if you see that all the areas you need improvement, so that is one thing, Kanish, which you have to work on, right? And it's for all who are like preparing for the interview, right? So be ready for
Yes.
data structure question, but always prepare the basic. You never know that when interviewer will throw this question, right? And you will find these questions at many places, maybe in MCQs or maybe
Yes,
in
sir. That's
somewhere
true.
you will find these questions a lot, right? So do this, right? Basics daily 1 hour, Kanish, do the basics, right? So that is very important. And now
Actually, sir, what happens we when we participate in coding contest or somewhat like that, our DSA gets practice every day. Like
yeah,
whenever you
that's
are solving questions. So, but the main thing lies with computer fundamentals. It doesn't get practice. Like whenever some interview comes up or like at the last moment, yeah, I'm doing that.
yeah, that's
So
what
it's
I have seen. If you see, to be honest, right, I am speaking honestly. If you see that, I see that very much people are solving lead code. They're very
yeah,
like you can say that comfortable in solving even the hard questions of lead code.
yeah,
But when it comes to the basic, right, so this is only the first level of base, right? I can
yes, sir.
also go into the another level of the basics, right? OS has so many basic questions which I
Yeah,
can create. Semaphores, I can go inside a semaphore, right?
yes, sir.
So I can catch you over there itself, right? But once I satisfied like your basis is strong, I will not go. I will say that it's okay. He might be forget also because there are some so many codes. But if you know at least 70-80% answer and 20%, okay, he might be forget, let's, I can ignore. But if you don't answer me 50%, then I cannot ignore the this thing, even if you have solved the hardest to hardest question. Okay, so that is one suggestion to you, Hardik, like make your this basics strong, right? Second thing, now let's come to the DSA part. Kanis,
Yes,
the
sir.
positive thing is you are able to find the approach very quickly for both the questions. That is good. Your communication is good. Like all the time you were speaking. But there are so many areas you need to improve, Kanis. First thing is, as soon as I gave you the approach, like not approach, as soon as I gave you the
Yes.
question and the use case which I gave you, you directly come to the solution,
Yeah.
right? Even if you have solved the first question right, I have totally removed that question itself from my list. I know that you know the answer, right? You didn't. So see, even if you know the answer, Ganesh, go with the process. The first
Yes.
process is, if I am not sure if you have seen the other mocks also, so I'm repeating again. The process is, first analyze all the other use cases. I have given you one use case. Take out all the other possible use cases, right?
Yes.
So that is one thing, that is the very important thing. So whatever the use case I gave you, you have just solved the solution with that, right? And I have just simply, by the time you have start solving and you gave me the approach, right, I just removed that question from my list itself, right? I am not considering the solution for that also, to be honest. Why? Because everything was missed, important part is missed itself. And if you might have solved this question before, which I am not even I don't want solution, I want your think process,
Yes.
right? Solution is not important, to be honest. Solution is never that important. The most important is the journey, how you are handling the problem. The first thing is analysis. So whatever the use case I have given you, have you identified more use cases? First thing is that,
Yes.
that is important. Second thing is, whatever the approach you have find out, have you dry run on those all the possible use cases, right? Then see, is there any other brute force approach? So you told me directly the efficient approach, so that is okay. Sometimes you can also come up with the efficient approach because it's simple, right? But don't miss the analysis and the dry run part, right? Okay, so I have come up with this approach. Let me run on my this use cases, will it work fine or not? Yes, this will work fine. This is the time complexity, I can code it. Now go for the coding, first thing. And this you have done in both the question, right?
Got
So
it.
even though you have solved both the question, so but it's, for me it's like, you would say that you are not able to solve it. Why? Because I was looking for the different use cases, how you start, like how once you got the problem, what your think process starts. Okay, what are the other possible cases, what is the edge case, is there any edge case possible? I've given you 0 1 1 0 0. Okay, what if all are 0, what if all are 1, what if only 0 is present, like, okay, so this is the true use case I have given. You can find out the false use case. And what if
Yes.
there is string is empty, right? So
Yeah,
come up
that
with
is
all,
that I miss, I guess. Yeah,
come up with
that's
all the possible use cases, right? That is, if that is missed, most probably you will lose a lot of points in the analysis, right? So that is one thing. But your code wise you are good. Once you got the approach, you are writing good, you are fast, you are able to find the time complexity, right? And another thing is, the variables name which you are giving, you can still give more better name. So like one of the example is cache, you can still give better name from the cache, right? So in the cache, you have to store the, you can say the binary of size k, right? So
yeah.
you can give some meaningful name, that uh, size k binary set, something like that, right, instead of cache, right? So some variable name you have to take care of that. The rest other things are good, like, so that's all pretty much from my side. So practice little bit on this, Kanesh. I
Fundamentals.
know
Yeah.
it's fourth year started, right? But you have to practice on this,
Yes, sir.
before that, right? You are solving questions, that's pretty good, right? So don't stop doing that. I'm not saying you stop doing that and focus on this. Do whatever you are doing, do focus on this also a little bit,
Yes,
right? It will help
I
you in your
definitely have
interview.
to work on my fundamentals.
uh,
Sir, actually, I like it has been a long time so that's the main problem. Like if
yeah.
like it would be third year, then maybe I would have answered those.
No,
But
no,
yeah,
correct.
I
I
actually
totally
need to work
understand.
on that.
No, no, I totally understand, but interviewer will not understand. Like, those are things, right? Okay. Okay, Kanesh, have a good day and thanks for joining, buddy.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye bye.